Hi, friends. You guys, it's June. What is today? June 8th? That's crazy. I don't know what's happened, but I feel really off track. So if you're feeling off track, I'm going to remind you what I reminded myself today, that every day is a perfect opportunity to realign and to begin again. Today, during my workout, which I was 20 minutes late to, by the way, but luckily the gals were there doing their thing, so you're always welcome to join us. Hey, Karen, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. But like I was on there until almost 10 today. So like if you're behind or working out a little bit later and you need that accountability, like hop on. The link has been pinned. It doesn't change. You're always welcome to join us. And if you need personal accountability, most of you have my cell phone number, okay? Message me, text me, whatever. I'm happy to be there cheering for you, right? But anyways, during my workout today, Autumn said this, and I had to stop it and write it down because it hit me right in the feels. She said that you are free to choose, but you're not free from the consequences of your choices. You're free to choose. You're free to choose whether or not you drink water or you have a soda. You're free to choose if you have your burger in a bun or on a salad. You're free to choose whether or not you get up in the morning and prioritize putting on your own oxygen mask. And when I say getting up in the morning, I don't even mean like getting up super early and doing all the things. I mean like choosing to not get on social media right away, choosing to start your day with like a minute of peace, to set your own thermostat, right? Because we're the thermometer of our household. So we get to choose what we do next. And I haven't been following gut protocol. I love it. 1,000 times love it. Taught me so much. I feel so much better. Why is it that we feel so much better when we're drinking our water and we're getting enough rest and we're moving our bodies and we're following a program and we're eating like we love ourselves? Like, why is it that we feel so good and yet somehow we still allow ourselves to get off track? The quote is, "You are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequences of your choice." You are free to choose, but you're not free from the consequences of your choices. So anyway, work in progress over here. I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together. I'm just committed to the journey, to being a work in progress. And it's not even about failing. It's just about growth. It's about realigning. It's about recalibrating. It's about just being honest what's happening in your life. And it's summer. It's crazy town. There are a million things happening. We are all traveling, doing all the things, balancing all the stuff. But like, if you are going to wait to dig into your journey when everything is all nice and tidy and orderly, you're going to wait forever, because that's just not reality. So I'm challenging you on a Wednesday in the middle of the week, 7 days, 8 days, whatever we are into this month, that if you're not feeling super good, if you're not feeling really proud of where you're at in your journey, I'm not asking you to beat yourself up. I'm not asking you to like come to confession. I'm just asking you to be honest and then to pivot one or two things, right? So for me, I'm doing Control Freak. I'm on my second week. This week has been really hard to show up to my workouts, which is weird. That doesn't usually happen for me. But, there's just things off kilter in my life because this is real life. It's not a highlight reel. And sometimes, some seasons, some days, some weeks, it just takes more of a decision to show up. It's just a decision, right? It's my choice whether or not I show up. And Monday, I started and it didn't feel good, so I stopped. And I was like, I'll come back to it, and I never did. And a teeny tiny part of me felt a lot of guilt. A teeny tiny part of me did allow that to influence my nutrition. It was one of those, F it, I already didn't show up the way I wanted to, and I already feel like crap, which I'm learning when I'm in pain, when my body is hurting, I reach for the things that inflame it more. It makes zero sense. But I think a lot of us get that, right? You're feeling crappy, so you reach for the sugar. You're feeling crappy, so you go for another cup of coffee. You're feeling crappy or you run down and you reach for that quick fix, and it's not even the thing that will solve it. And you know that, right? And if you're like me, next thing you know, you're rummaging through the drawer looking for stray chocolate chips. So I'm sharing that with you just so that you can put this in perspective. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's never all or nothing, right? You are free to choose, and you're free to reassess what are the consequences of my choices. Like, do I feel like a trash panda? Am I having pain? Are my pants feeling tighter? Am I just feeling not proud? Whatever it is, you can pivot it. And that mindset piece is so key. Which reminds me, I haven't uploaded any of June's content. So I'm going to do that here soon. I don't know if any of you get any value out of it. The podcast calendar and all that. I'm still going to drop it because I think it's a cool resource. But anyway, so I've recommitted. And if you sometimes I'm tired of saying I'm recommitting, but it's true because I'm imperfect work in progress. So I've recommitted to the gut protocol. I can't say enough good things about it. I freaking love it. This is my go-to recommendation. If you're struggling with any kind of nutrition, it's not 2B Mindset. It is not Portion Fix. It is not 3-day refresh. It is not the ultimate reset. It is this. It is this. It is this gut protocol. It is trying gut protocol, layering in all the pieces because it's such a multifaceted thing. It's not all or nothing, right? It's about realigning. It's about you owning the consequences of your choices and then grabbing yourself, slapping yourself if you are off track. And instead of berating yourself or being mean or allowing it to continue, taking a step back and being like, okay, I know what triggered me this week. I know. And I don't feel very happy in a lot of areas right now. And so I could eat the kids' treats, or I could say, you know what? I'm going to control my controllables. So I did. I worked out. I'm sharing a quote with you. I'm plugging into my messenger to help some of you get started. Fire and Flow came out yesterday. So if you want to do that, cool. I'm not going to do it just yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it because just because something works for me doesn't mean it's going to be your soulmate thing. Okay. It's all right. We're all different people working on different seasons, but I'm going to continue to share what works for me and shine the light for you, encourage you to realign and recommit as many times as you need because this is not a 21-day thing. This is not a 30-day thing. You have to make a promise to yourself and then you need to keep it. Okay. You're not going to eat one salad or work out for 1 week or all of a sudden have like 2 daily affirmations that you do and your life will be different. That is not how this works. You have to commit to playing the long game with me. So if you are a chronic quitter, you gotta quit that. Okay, it's not going to serve you. It's not going to move you closer to your goals. And some of you are just on to the next thing. Oh, this didn't work. Next. Nothing will ever, ever, ever work for you if you don't actually see it through. Do the entire program. Drink the entire bag of Shakeology. Actually commit to the process because it's not always about the end result. It's about the lessons you learn along the way. It's about the growth and the discomfort. And that's something that I hate discomfort. I don't like discomfort. But I'm learning more and more in the personal development I'm doing that I have to become more comfortable being uncomfortable because that's where the growth comes. It's all right if it's messy. It's okay if it's imperfect. It's okay if it makes me feel the feels or if I am messing up because it's data, right? And that's what we're here to collect. We're here to grow along the way. It's not about the end result, number, size, scale, none of that. That's just data. That's information to help you along the way. But you have to commit to making the promise to yourself and then taking the daily action, seeing it through, playing the long game. I'm not asking you for 6 months. I'm asking you for 30 to 60 days to being consistent, to keeping a promise to yourself, to taking the daily action, and to raising your hand. Don't go underground. You're not a freaking mole. Don't tunnel under. If things are hard, that's where you reach out and you connect with your coach. And if your coach has gone quiet, then you have me. I'm not going anywhere. I might be spicy sometimes, but I'm not going anywhere. I love this because it changed my life inside and out. It changed all areas of my life and I'm still a work in progress, but I'm totally here for it. So that is my honest truth. This week's workouts have been hard. I haven't enjoyed them. I haven't wanted to. They have been broken up over multiple times. Yesterday, I started in the morning. I ran out of time. Actually, my in-laws showed up and I didn't feel like working out with them, watching me with popcorn. So I stopped and then I came back to it later and I finished it and it literally took me like 40 minutes to do the last 10 minutes, but I made that promise to myself. I gave myself grace Monday. It didn't feel good, so I didn't do it. I felt guilty and I still just allowed myself to be in that feeling. It is all right. One day isn't going to completely undo all of my progress. But if that one day rolls into 2 days and rolls into 3 days, and then I go into the shame cycle like I used to, and I know some of you still do, that will undo your progress. And it'll mess up your mind space and your heart space and all the spaces. And we don't have time for that, right? Because we are works in progress. We are here to be stronger and saner and happier versions of ourselves. And a lot of times we think the happier version of myself is going to come with the number or the size or fitting back into those shorts or whatever. But I'm telling you, that's not true. right? It's just like your bank account. We always think, oh, there's more money in there. No. It's not necessarily true, right? So you are free to choose. You are free to choose if you're going to show up. You're free to choose if you're going to drink the Shakeology. You're free to choose if you're going to do gut protocol. You're free to choose if you reply to my messages. You are free to choose whether or not you plug in here or where you spend your time and energy. You are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequences of those actions. Just like I am not free from the consequences of eating like an a-hole and eating the chocolate chips out of the drawer. I'm not free from that consequence. I feel it. I feel it. And so today on a Wednesday, 8 days into the month, I can recommit. Even if it makes me sound like kind of a flake, because I feel like lately I've been saying that a lot. I'm recommitting, but that's what this is. It's not perfection. It's about you making a promise to yourself and then taking the daily action. And I said this before a couple weeks ago in a Zoom about I'm asking you to lower your expectations, but raise your bar. I'm asking you to give yourself grace in how you show up every single day, but still show up every single day. You don't just tap out and say today's a hard day. How can you still win the day? You drink your water, you do some squats, you listen to something for literally like 3 freaking minutes. That is you winning your day. That is you taking ownership of your own, like you're responsible for your journey. You get to do it. It's a freaking gift. It's not a have to, it is a get to. And if you are in that mind space of I have to do this, I need to get my shit together, I'm so behind, I'm always gonna suck, that's where I used to be. I used to be her. I was a chronic quitter. I was a procrastinator. Well, I'm still a procrastinator, but I was all the things, like go big or go home. I was the first one to quit on myself. And if there was something that looked too hard or too challenging, or I wasn't sure if I could do it all the way, I just didn't do it. And it didn't serve me, and it didn't make me feel good, and it certainly didn't move me any closer to my goals any faster, okay? There is a different way we can do this, but it requires you making a promise to yourself, and it requires you taking the daily action. You are free to choose. Donna, you are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequences of your actions. So on this Wednesday, on June 8th, I have to keep looking at my calendar because literally the days are just like in hyper speed. Do this with me. Do gut protocol. Don't be like, I have to read all the things and listen to all the things and go grocery shopping first. No, you start right now and you figure it out. Okay, what do I have? How can I make this work? What do I have in my fridge? It doesn't have to be 100% every day for you to collect data or to win or get momentum, but you still have to make the decision that today I'm going to show up. And to be really honest, the last 2 weeks I have every day I get up, I'm like, yep, all in today, back on track, totally realigned. And then, something happens and I eat my feelings and I'm a total dick to myself. And then I'm like, well, screw it. I've already done this. So I'm just going to do more. It's kind of like playing just the tip, right? But we're not going to do that, okay? It doesn't make me feel good, and it doesn't make me feel proud. And I'm not asking you for perfection. I'm not asking you to reinvent all the wheels. I'm just asking you to make a promise to yourself, okay? Lower your expectations that it has to be perfect or it needs to look a certain way, and just be engaged. How can I win? Like, create your own freaking highlight reel. I will be your hype girl, but you also have to be your hype girl. So what did I do today already? What have I eaten today already that was a good decision? Let's highlight that. You don't need to go around highlighting the ways my workout wasn't great, or I only got 5 minutes in, or I ate that or drank that. Why do you need a highlight reel of the ways you messed up, right? Of the ways it didn't go to plan? Trust me, we're all tough enough on ourselves. So I'm asking you as we move through the rest of this week that you instead highlight your wins. I am really proud of me. I did a really good job today. I actually got 3/4 of my morning thing done. Or I listened to my affirmations. Or, you know what? I listened to Sarah and I'm going to take what she said and I'm going to do what I can. And she's going to be proud of me because I'm believing in myself and taking freaking action. Okay? Okay. So my phone's ringing. I'm going to go into my messenger. If you need help, let me know. I'm here if you need any help. I wonder if you can still hear me if the phone's ringing. That's annoying. Anyways, I love you. I believe in you. I'm here if you need me.